Hello, Libra Sun sign and Libra rising sign. This is your forecast for April 2016. And this month, you are going to be very comfortable in your own skin, so to speak. You've got a lot of energy in your 7th house. You've got the Sun, Mercury, and Uranus, and then eventually Venus is going to move into the 7th house on April 6th. The 7th house is home to Libra. So, what I think that this month is going to be about for you on the most simplistic level is simply about being social. The people in your inner circle, meaning close friends or a spouse or your romantic partner, those people are going to be sacred to you this month. I see a desire to connect with those people on a mental, intellectual level, sharing your hopes and dreams and your thoughts and feelings with them and bouncing ideas off of those people. That's where it's at for you this month. That's where your joy is going to be, okay? If you're in a relationship, I would say this is a fantastic month for scheduling more quality time with them, doing fun things with them. It's going to be rewarding. You're going to be able to really open up to one another. And so with this energy, I would say your joy and happiness is in sharing who you are and what your life's about and with these people, you know. Now, on April 5th, the Sun makes a trine aspect to Saturn. Again, Sun in your 7th, Saturn in your 3rd. If there have been any issues in these relationships, or if you need to communicate something of a serious nature and you're hoping for a great positive response, or if you're hoping to be able to communicate and articulate your ideas well, this is a great day. And it could be the day of or the day after, but really I would say this first week of April is a great period for you to share your ideas. I just see that you'll be able to really effectively get your point across. Okay. Now, the very next day, April 6th, the Sun makes a square to Pluto. Pluto in your 4th house. This is a little tricky because it can indicate that you're not seeing eye to eye, unfortunately, with those people in your inner circle, and that there can be conflict or disagreement or a stalemate in the form of, I just don't agree with you. And so at its darkest, it can indicate a power struggle. But just know that the way to deal with this energy is to be fair and stretch to see their perspective. Okay, so really it's about compromise, basically. All right. Now, April 6th, as I said, Venus moves into your 7th house, and wherever Venus moves into, it tells me what you value or what you love. All right. The 7th house, being social, hooking up with your friends, or again, especially quality time with your partner in life. It's going to be sacred. It's going to be enjoyable. This is a great month for, once again, love, romance, friendship, social connections. That's where it's at for you. Okay, April 9th, the Sun aligns with Uranus. So Uranus is a planet of unpredictability and of excitement. And with the Sun lighting up this sector of your chart with Uranus in the 7th house, you're craving excitement with the people in your inner circle. So it's definitely a day to plan something fun or exciting if possible. I definitely think you're going to get into some conversations that are just absolutely fascinating. But the big thing that you're wanting, again, is excitement or fun in your relationships. I definitely see you yearning for that. Again, probably this whole first week. All right, now, April 17th, Mars goes retrograde, okay? You've got Mars in your 3rd house, all right? Mars is a warrior energy, and it wants to go win the war or go climb the mountain. And so it wants what it wants, and it usually wants the instant gratification, and it's not going to happen with Mars retrograde. And furthermore, you've got Saturn retrograde right next to it. Okay, so you're going to have a Mars retrograde until, let's see, June 29th. And so it's in, Mars and Saturn are in your third house. The third house has to do with your communication skills. And since Mars is here, this is telling me a few things. Are you assertive enough, or are you mousy? You know, are you confident in your intellect, or do you really not have a lot of faith in your intelligence? With Mars and Saturn here, it's about you shoring up your faith in yourself. And if you're not assertive enough, this is saying work on that, work on being more confident. On the flip side, are you too pushy? You know, are you too aggressive? You have to be aware of it and be aware of other people's feelings. So it's really about figuring out where you are on that spectrum and achieving some kind of balance. With Saturn retrograde there, it's definitely talking about learning knowledge at a deeper level. Saturn through the third house is wanting you to master some form of information. Okay, whatever that is. It might be something you already know, but you need to deepen your knowledge. Pay attention to the details in it. All right. Now, finally, April 28th, we have the dreaded Mercury retrograde until May 22nd. And for you, Mercury's in your 8th house. So typically, Mercury retrograde periods tend to align with Murphy's Law, and that what can go wrong will go wrong. And it usually has to do with miscommunication issues or technology, being on the fritz, or just, you know, I've made these plans, I've been looking forward to it, and then something comes up and screws up your whole agenda. You know, there can be hassles or things that frustrate you just in general with Mercury retrograde. So in the 8th house, this is saying be prepared for all those things I just said, but it's also saying that you need to get some me time. Make sure that you're allowing yourself to unplug from the day consistently, and if you don't, I see you not being at full power, so to speak, when you are trying to be productive, trying to be successful in your everyday life. So you might have problems getting it, though, since Mercury's retrograde, so beware of that. So that does indeed conclude your forecast for the month. I do hope you have a great month, and I'll talk to you next month. Bye-bye.